Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for game number 4 between Microsoft and IBM, where right now Microsoft leads the series 2-1. In the bottom right-hand corner from Team Microsoft is IBM, who utilized some very unusual strategies early in the Wings of Liberty days and remains a competitive player. Down in the bottom left, from Team IBM, his team needs him to pull through. Needs him! It is Shusaku. So it looks like it's going to be 9 Overlord. Not going to be some sort of funky 9 pool. Map is Whirlwind 4-player map, meaning that the metagame considerations are quite portent on this map. If you go for some sort of early 6 pool, it can often be early or difficult to scout. Same thing for a command center first. However, players tend to go command center first on this map with the command center as part of the wall off, just ensuring they don't die to some sort of goofiness like Star Tail Life. It's a large map until the armies get sufficiently swift and big. As many of you saw in Flash versus Innovation, felt a lot more intense like a small map. Shusaku moving out to the middle of the map. Gonna go ahead and check out this watchtower to see if there's any sort of harassment, and it looks like IBM, yes, is going to be going for the big CC first play, or the whoops, I forgot barracks, time to build one now play. Here comes it. Oh, and it looks like he's not walling in, he's just boldly planting a command center where no one has ever planted a command center before, at the natural expansion. No scout yet from IBM. Just trusting that his opponent will not go for some sort of early pool. Shusaku doing the normal thing, going for the Expo 15 spawning pool, not really getting anything too much later. I'm not going to try to overdrone. Now, Shusaku has an interesting question. He sees exactly what's up. He sees this early expand. Is he going to answer it with macro? Is he going to maybe take a third base early on? Or is he going to try to do some sort of early cheesy play? A lot of options at this point in time. At the bottom right-hand side, IBM has not yet gotten his gas geysers. He's just making sure that he... Oh, this is an interesting choice from IBM. Going for 2 barracks is extremely uncommon after a fast command center in this matchup. Most players desperately try to get their geysers up AFAP as fast as possible to be able to get the... Hellions up, to be able to get some sort of map control up. But these barracks don't really provide a lot of map control. They will provide brunt strength. Really excited to see how IBM is going to play this one off. He will be using this command center as his second supply depot. And here he's going to go for just one more SCV in the main base before getting the double orbital. Now, over in Camp Zerg, we see that he is going for double queen. He's starting to get his gas. It's likely that he's going to be going speed and then insta-pull everything off. Yepers, here it comes. Bam, metabolic burst. Going to allow for them fast links. Oh my god, there's no orbital in the main. IBM, you're crazy. Does have one Marine picking off this Overlord. Now, with this amount of Marine production, it's really difficult to get that map control because you don't know when Zergling speed is done for the Zerg player. We can see that IBM still completely and totally in the dark. There could be roaches getting ready to be produced for all he knows. He doesn't know anything at this point in time. It's scary time. One of the gas geysers is going to go down for IBM. He really needs to begin getting some freaking gas. He needs to begin getting perhaps Marauders. He can go for a fast tech lab and do a Marauder combat shield upgrade. Push before stim, or you can just do a more standard straight tech up to Marine Medevac. But IBM is very pleased to see no third here, no third here. Game feels like it's farther along than it really is. Keep in mind, it's still before the 6-minute mark. So Shusaku just getting himself extra queens, extra drones, extra creep spread. A very cautious, stable play from Shusaku after this very greedy opening from IBM, who's going for a third command center. The greed flows in his blood. Oh my gosh. Frickin' psycho. Keep in mind, this is a best of 7. So what this means is that the first team to reach 4 wins advances to the grand finals. Microsoft could very well advance. In the next 2 games, they are looking to be incredibly dominant. Their initial loss was to, of course, a very swift Dark Templar play. Shusaku, ooh, actually getting all his extractors up. This is looking very Mutalisky. Speedlings coming out. Iakoic has one Marine poaching a little bit far forward just to make sure if there's Banelings coming, he can appropriately move everything to the front, or even if there's roach pushes, have an extra 3 or so seconds to get those dudes to the front to repair. However, the Zerglings from Shusaku just killed off that Marine. Party time's over. A lot of Zerglings continuing to move out. And it looks like it will be fast Mutilas from Shusaku. I mean, this is just such a freaking greedy play. Iakoic now just beginning to get that tech lab upgrade so we can get the stim and the combat shield, cautiously adding on backup bunker number 2. Spire. Doth goeth down. Shusaku going for the Mutiling, but what he really needs is an expansion, not Mutilas, because right now Iakoic doesn't really have any way to be exploited by Mutilas. He's added on so many Marines. He's going to be going for Medivacs. He's in this fantastic defensive position. Iakoic playing a very long-term passive strategy, and Shusaku not really exploiting it, not saying, hey, you're going Marines, I'm going to double expand. I mean, what really can you do if you're going fast Marines for a fast third? There's nothing. There's nothing you can do. It's not like you can harass with Marines or sneak some Hellions in there. Can't do any of that shiz. Baneling Nest now going down. Shusaku following along with standard play, and I think this is what Iakoic was predicting. Because very clearly there is just complete and total dominance from Iakoic, who is not responding to his opponent. He is just deciding straight up, this is the build I am going to do. This is almost too brave. This is almost too much. There's no stim done. There's no combat shield done. There's Zerglings out on the map, and he's already starting to move out. Iakoic, made of balls, already beginning to get some Marauders. 3, oh my goodness, 4 more barracks incoming, and then he's getting on the factory add-on. It's going to be a biomine play from Iakoic, a very meaty, bulky biomine play, and there is the plus upgrade on the flyer attack. He's holding that T button. He's getting all the Mutalists out. Shusaku playing well, but not playing in response to this weird, no pressure, fast 3-base play from Iakoic. But actually may very well be max within the next few minutes. I mean, this is a power heavy build. He's even getting the follow-up armory to be able to get drilling claws and the 2/2-ups. And now it looks like Iakoic has decided it's time to move out. In that unit counting station, we see there's 59 SCVs, 51. Wow, only 51 drones? Well, he's going to be droning up a lot more. SCV's finally moving out. There's a Zergling getting picked off. Good, solid timing by Shusaku. He's going to be able to move in and pick off this missile turret. It's going to have to be instant reaction by Iakoic to get this repaired in time. And it falls! So that's going to be some vulnerability. He's not only going to be able to pick off a couple of those SCVs, but he can also continue to swing right on in. He can instantly go back, deal a little bit more damage. SCVs now trying to move up to that third. Zergling is also in position to do a little bit of harassment. When Shusaku sees this moving out, he can easily begin picking off more SCVs, but it looks like he's slightly concerned about this push at the front. Oh, look at all the reactors. He has so many reactors in his main base, and now he's going, oh, Hellbat. Oh, wow. Super aggressive from Iakoic. He is not going to be trying to do any sort of cutesy action, planting mine and hitting you with this and there. No, he's going to just blast you to death with just one A and maybe a little bit of T. And by T, I mean he gets stim. He's not offering you a crumpet. He's lost his mind. Banelings swing in. Marauders absorb them perfectly. And instantly, Iakoic forces most of the Zerg back. I mean, Iakoic is just dominating in this game. He has the ideal setup back home, and with Hellbats up too, I'm not sure there's that much Zerg can do about it unless he really devotes hard to a lot of Banelings. Banelings, weirdly, are an essential piece to dealing with these types of plays. There's not really any mines, there's not really any tanks. Banelings obliterate these types of forces. The Zerglings are going to try to work their way around. This is an empty bunker, and these turrets are blocking these 2 back mineral patches. There's the next follow-up force. Looks like Mutals are going into the second, while Zerglings rush into the third. Nice timing from Shusaku. IBM Shusaku now just ripping down countless SCVs. Oh my god, Iakoic is not really reacting to it. Just continuing to try to move across the map, picking off as many creep tumors as he can. 17 Mutalisks, 8 Banelings have popped out. They do have speed. And he's just going to go for it. He's not... Oh, no, he is not going to go for it. He's pulling back. Wants to wait for the rest of these Mutalisks to join in. The Banelings are going to be the big damage dealers, and they don't quite connect with the Marines, but they do manage to obliterate that front line of Hellbats. The Zerglings continue to step right back in, and uh-oh, it looks like they will be able to pick off that command center. Continued pushing at the front. The command center will stay alive. Ooh, nice little save there, but the Mutalisks versus not so many Marines. Still very cautious play right now by the Zerg player. Iakoic pulling back. 2-2 upgrades started for Zerg. 2-2 upgrades now almost done for Iakoic. Who's going for just the most blast you at the front style. It's going to come down all to Banelings. The Mutalisks are not really going to have as much influence in this. Shusaku, I think, is answering brilliantly now that he has hit the mid-game. Oh man, Iakoic looking really strong. Instantly upgrading that +3. Holding down the A button, spamming Marines, spamming the R button. He's a pirate. R. A button, R button. And now because he's building medevacs, I guess he's Dar. Iakoic moving out for his 3rd shove of the game. If this is microed poorly, Iakoic's going to lose everything. If this is microed well, and Zerg is going to lose everything. Army supplies very even. Slightly favoring the Terran player. Who's going to drop in the main? What? What? No way. Dropping at the main. Oh my god, is he going to pinch off at the ramp? Banelings are trying to run their way up. It's a little bit of disorganization from Zerg. Shusaku's got to be careful. He's going to lose a lot of those Mutalisks, and it looks like the Spire is going to immediately take the brunt of the damage. Oh, can he get into a good angle? There's the Marines pulling back. Oh, the Banelings still rolling on up, and Iakoic with the split. Look at the money split. Excellent drop by Iakoic. Team Microsoft looking so good. Their Terran players play such solid long-term macro games. We've seen Bay, War Death, and Iakoic just bring in the noise hard. Hive, layer down. Shusaku. Trying to get into good position. Cannot. Lings coming out. Can he even make Lings anymore? No, the spawning pool is done. It's no production. It's going to be just these Banelings from Shusaku to help him stay alive. And even then, that's not going to last that long. Shusaku, at 90 supply, needs some perfect Baneling connections in a big way to get there. But Iakoic is hitting at his 3rd in the main base. He lifts up, and then he re-unloads to try to absorb as many Baneling hits as he can. Buys himself time to pick off this expansion, taking himself a 4th base with an orbital. Really comfortable play. +3, +3, more Marines coming out, 12 at a time. Just spamming the A button, spamming the R button. Shusaku has almost nothing. Shusaku has just been picked apart with that drop. And now Iakoic, as he storms his way to the front lines. The GG pops up. Iakoic and Team Microsoft are now at 3-1. Will Light Brigade be able to close the series out, or can Kuma from IBM keep the hope alive? Stay tuned, because when we return, we're at match point. Whoever wins the next match... Actually, that's not true. If Microsoft wins the next match, the series is done, and Microsoft will be at the finals for the 2nd time. If IBM wins, we will go on to a game number 6. Stay tuned, this is the AHGL. Oh, yes.